Hello guys and welcome back to Spoken Essays. I am Harshal Vora and you are watching the JavaScript tutorial. Now without wasting more time, let us continue from where we left off. We are going to work with the object and object oriented programming, and we're going to use that to our advantage to solve the test. Okay, so I'll share my screen. I'll open freeCodeCamp, the previous tab from last night. It says fill in the object constructor with the following methods below. So we're supposed to put these methods inside this function called first and last. So whenever someone calls someone calls get full name, they will in fact get their full name. So before I get into get first name, first I will edit get full name. What do we want? We want to return the full name. So then simply return the full name itself. This function get full name, return what? Yeah, I see the problem. Oh, by the way, what does this return? Console, I will print the output and it returns an empty string. How do we get it to return whatever has been instantiated? I don't think we are using item in here. Right, exactly, item is undefined. Function, oh yeah, because it is in an what do we return? We are supposed to return Bob. No. How do I get this text? What is this text called? Must be my question. Return yourselves, right? Can't write Bob then. I'll need some help. Right, instance of should be a part of this thing. No property should be added. Object.keys Bob.length should always return 6. Right. Bob instance of person should return true. Was not the right way. I had to create them in a different way to make them a key. Yeah. There's also a tricky part is you need 6 keys, no more or less. So at first I had the variable that stored the original name as a key too, which was wrong. So we're supposed to use, I can read that, but closures and details of the object model, we need that. And maybe let's read this. Fill in the object constructor with the following methods below. These methods. Run the test to see the expected output for each method. Yes. The methods that take an argument must accept only one argument, and it has to be a string. These methods must be the only available means of interacting with the object. Closure. I think we've read closure before. Function initiate. This is initiate. I mean init, initiation, initiator could be one of them. But yeah, init. Inside it, we have a variable named Mozilla. Then inside that it calls another function called display name, which would print the name, right? I'm thinking of doing something like this. Like this is also closure. Closure is a combination of a function bundled together with references to its surrounding state, the lexicon. In other words, a closure gives you access to an outer function, scope from an inner function. Scope from an inner function, right? And then you call display name, and then you call init, right? Inheritance. Oh yeah, these are all object properties. First is inheritance in memory management, concurrence model, and so on and so forth. This took us to inheritance itself. I don't think we're using inheritance here. They just wanted to tell us the details of the object model. Right, use this notation. Of course, this notation we are going to use that to create the keys instead of regular function. This means instead of var name, we should use this dot var name equals whatever function we call. Right? The program has a test. Right, it takes first and last. What should it return? Should return first name Bob, then Ross. Should return the string Bob Ross Haskell Ross. Should return the string Haskell Ross after Bob Ross at first name Haskell. Right. As the test that checks for how many keys you used. They have to be exactly 6, the 6 mentioned in the details section. This means if you need to work with variables, make them local and not a key. This dot full name equals first and last. Right. So this is one function. Whoa. Let's see. Let's copy and paste all the 6 functions then, and then we go from there. I don't think I should go the other way. By 1, 2, 6, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Get first name should be here. Last name. Full name is already added. Set first name. We will need variables, so I have to write variables as well to set it. Nice. Right. Let's begin with first name. Right now let's comment the rest. Oh, sorry, command set. Right, we are commenting this now. Constant Bob, new person Bob Ross. Whatever, yeah, that's the argument that's passed. When we ask for a full name, it will return the full name itself. So I think one of the test property should be added, and object.keys bob.length should always return 6. How many keys does this show? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This thing returns 2. Oh yeah, but the rest, because the rest of the commented, obviously. Sorry, yeah, this has been taken care of. Sorry. Oh, we have one viewer watching our video. Hello, thank you for joining. Get full name returns the string Bob Ross. Yay. Now Bob dot get first name should remove string Bob. Let's work on that. It will be different with each case. It's quite simple really. If we are thinking functions, I have become a little better in that. So not let variable a be an empty array. Right, variable a be an empty array. Why be an empty array? Nope. First and last dot split with a space. You have to ask it to print a rather than this. And what is this function? You have to call the get full name, then get first name first. Right, very good. First name has been acquired. Still works. This will stay X, but first name has been solved. And she's oh, this should be last name. And she's buying us time. Do you have one? Meow 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 meow. Right, we don't need that. We write A is not defined. Come on, oh yeah, global variable, right. And the first we can with laughter. Right, let's check all the tests. Now it says should, I think because of this variable, right. Now it will have a bit, yeah. We read something about this. How do we write this? Still should return 6. Still doesn't return 6. Interesting. Now I want to know why it doesn't return 6. Right. पहले तो get full name, get first name, get last name, set last name is added twice. Right, now we have 6 functions. Sorry, yeah, 6 properties. Bob instance, first name, last name, done. Bob dot get full name. Now we work on get full name. What? Should return the string Haskell Ross after Bob set first name Haskell. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Let's read that test again. When we call bob.get full name, should return the string Haskell Ross after Bob dot set first name Haskell. Right. Okay. Let's work with set first name then. Set first name. I have to review if few of my code. Oh, only one person. There's only one solution to it yet. By somewhere we found out how to store this. We did. How and where it's in object-oriented programming. I go use an IIFE to create a module. What is that? Something in immediately moved function. Nope. Understand the immediately closure to protect properties within an object from being modified externally. Mix in to add common behavior between override, inherited, add methods after inheritance. Set the child's prototype, inherit behaviors, use inheritance, understand. Remember to set the constructor property when changing it. Understand where an object's prototype comes from. Change the prototype to a new object. Iterate over all properties. Use prototype properties to reduce duplicate code. Understand own properties. Verify an object's constructor with instance of. Somewhere in here is mentioned to access the properties, create a method of an object, make code more reusable with this. With this keyword, define a constructor by tab. Right, make more with this keyword. This. Okay, so set first name. We'll take in an argument called first and we return first. We also have to call this function then. Come on, man. Oh. So when we say, I see. Now if we ask it to return get full name, obviously can't do it really that way. Call another from console log bob dot get full name semicolon. Oh, the dot was also copied. Wow. Now it should return Haskell Ross, not Bob Ross. There was a name. Yeah, we did this somewhere. I can do this a little bit better than a comma space b for the first name. Then we simply ask it to return a. Get first name is a, get last name b. Set first name, so we're setting the first name, so first name, right? So a becomes first. I see. Oh, right. No. Concatenate. Yeah, concatenated strings then. In the forest with echo with laughter. Now we're solved. Now we change. Now we call another function called set last name. now we're setting the last name. Nice. So Haskell. Yeah, this should be what? Curry. Cause you know sometimes words have meaning. And she's bound to stay to heaven. There was a lady. Wait, think. Right. Check first. Eh? Yeah, oh, there's an error. Right, okay. So now this also has been set. Nice. Now get full name should return, right, should return Haskell Curry. Shouldn't return first and last. Because we split it and then did it, yeah. Yeah, this returns Haskell Curry. What's your problem? Oh, right. Now we're setting full name, are we? We haven't done anything to it yet. Right, it says get full name Bob Ross. It's a global variable. Interesting. Oh, it's a global variable. What if I do this? No problem. Okay, now it's a local variable. Yay. Get full name will now. Right, when we set full name, what do we do? Bros. No. Wait a minute. If we are passing this as the argument, right. Yeah, but we passed first and last as the argument. No, first and last must be Bob Ross in this case. Bob.get full name should return the string Haskell Curry after Bob.set full name Haskell Curry. Exactly. Invalid parenthesize assignment in here. Yep, we can't parenthesize that. Okay, but what does this even return? It returns Bob Ross. Wait, no. Set full name Haskell query. Why does set full name return Haskell query? Shouldn't do anything, it should set the last name. Okay. Get full name should return Bob Ross. No, setting it shouldn't return anything. Wait, oh, we're returning it, we're not printing it, are we? Setting will be assigning, so we don't really need to write return here. Why? Where does this get stored, first and last? What is the argument? First and last. I mean, I can store another variable, but where is Haskell query? And if I were to write, C here and ask it to return C, it would gladly return Haskell query. That means if you're calling the set full name, it should clear the value first. Obviously C is not defined. That's going to be a little difficult. Exactly. I have no clue. Now you split them in here, and then you see did the 0th value and did the opposite thing, right? Let full name be first and last, full name be name. We can do that. Is it not supposed to be the exact thing? Come on. Yeah, if that's the case, yeah. C equals first, no, opposite, sorry. First and last now equals C. Now we have Haskell query. Wait a minute. First and last name does become C. Right, we don't need to return it. We have to cheat. Excuse me. It's weird. Of course it doesn't work. Plus now we have 6 again. How do we set full name? One thing I can do, no, wait. How did you do it? You take in the name function. You write full name equals name. So you don't split it in here, you split it inside this. I chose to write it this way. Maybe there is a problem with this then. I see, we have to store that in a variable file. I could gladly do it. I know, friend. How did you write set first name? Name plus the space full name split 0. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm simply going to change these, reassign the value. This shouldn't return, yeah, fine. This shouldn't return anything, it only reassigns the value. Oh, sorry. Why should we write a return here is beyond me. Why we should write is beyond me, right? This should do it. So now there are a few problems again. Each object should return. Fine. It doesn't say that, but I get it. Cool. Should be 6 still. What is this then? Do you want a global variable? Are you causing the problem? No, it's not causing the problem, so we can let it be. Maybe give it some space so we see. First name, last name, full name, and set first name, set last name, set full name. I do this, will it say 6? Nope, that's not the problem. We are returning every value. We let A be first and last, and then we A split 0, split 1, return A. So it would return, I see, get first name, get last name, get full name, set first name, set last name, set full name. Right, what's your problem then? Object.keys. How many keys does this return as of now? So returns 6. Then why do you should always return 6? freeCodeCamp returns 6. Huh. What am I not seeing? It returns the 6 keys, my friend. Let's check. Okay, get first name, right? Get first name is here, the spelling is correct. Get last name, the spelling is correct. Get full name, the spelling is correct. It does not, these do not take any arguments. Set first name, it takes an argument called first. Set last name, it takes an argument called first. B isn't defined. Should not have overlooked that. Now it should work, let's see. Still, how my friend? What do you mean should always then? Right. Because the text has been split. What do you mean no property should be added? Okay, let's say I comment this out. Nope, that's not the problem. Yeah, this can be let anything. So let A be first and last, A be first and last. We have this statement, this in here, yeah, empty function, whatever this does, full name dot split, right? This does A dot split. Okay, full name dot split, return full name. I mean full name A, there's the same thing really. Then return full name, then this says name plus space full name dot split. So whatever name you put equals name, so whatever first name you enter plus this is this. Set last name, whatever the first is, and then you set the last name, and then you write name. Right, what's the problem then? None of these return any values, just like I thought. Oh, not yet. Set. Exactly, we're not asking it to return any values really. Then what's keeping us not maybe solve this first then? When we write Bob get full name, should return Haskell Ross after we set first name as Haskell, right? ये इसमें कोई तकलीफ आगे पहले ये सॉल्व करते हैं चलो. Right. Set first name as Haskell. Cannot assign to read only property 0 of string Bob Ross. अच्छा. How did you write it? A dot full name split and then this, right? A dot split and then 0. Yeah, I can't do it apparently. Why? Full name dot split space double quotes. Literally, there's one space in here. They're the same thing. I mean, yeah. Fine, take it, chalo. B what? A not SP split makes it so much more easier. क्या हुआ? अच्छा, क्या तकलीफ हुई? Reserved word let. Plus var. I see. Let is not the unexpected reserved word. This should be a square bracket. These should be a square bracket. Set first name. What does set first name do? It sets. Oh, right. I did not need to do any of that. But I think, yeah, it would do better with this code, really. It would. I don't need to write any of this anymore. I can simply write B. Get last name C. Get full name A, right? We write setting first name, right? B becomes the first name. Of course, it doesn't return anything. We're not asking it to return anything. Last name C becomes last name. This can't be C anymore. We have to get name. That should do it. अभी भी छः आ गए, सही है. चलो एक एक करके जाते हैं. Bob not set first name. Full name should written the string Haskell rows, right? Set first name Haskell. अच्छा ऐसा है, okay. Copy, paste. Yeah, doesn't matter if we print this or not. It will return undefined because we're not asking it to return anything yet. Now when we ask it to write abe, oh yeah, this should be what? Get full name, right? Get full name, no arguments. I get why they used concatenate now. Only edits BNC, not this. BNC store the split version. And the first will echo with better. Not fret. Set first name. Now we will set last name. Oh yeah, this is still splitting them and then putting them, right? It won't change anything, Bob Haskell. I see why. That's why they use this concatenate function. So in that case, full name can only. Okay. So right now, full name is this. So they're completely reassigning the value of A. Right. Should have seen that coming. First name. Now we have Bob Haskell. Wait, what? Ulta जाएगा. Sorry. But I can reuse this. Really. Cool. So now last name can be set. इसको कट करो, हटाओ, इसको भी हटाओ, ठीक है. ये Haskell Bob. What? Right. First name A. Yeah, this should be 0. This should be 1. Pascal Ross. Done. 95% complete. My god, I think we're almost at the completion. And we've applied these functions now. Yay! Bodacious. What does bodacious mean? And excellent, admirable, nice, and attractive. How do you pronounce it? Bring back, guys. Please send the comedies. Oh yeah, Blues Brothers. Right. Did I write? I wrote for the meaning of. Right. Okay. But anyway. Oh, some math. Right. They did tell us that we were going to find out the orbit. Right. According to Kepler's third law, I think John Kepler, yeah. Kepler 22b is a famous spacecraft. Kepler's laws, Johannes Kepler. 22b is not a spacecraft, it's a planet. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Kepler 22b is a planet. Is an exoplanet orbiting within the habitable zone of the Sun-like star Kepler 22. It is located about 640 light years from Earth and constellation of Cygnus. I have no clue why I know the name of this planet. Must be because of social media, of course. Yeah, this thing is larger than Earth, and you can see it is almost someone created a larger Earth. What if you live on Kepler 22? You're our closest neighbor. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, Kepler 22b. That's how I remember Johannes Kepler. Okay, according to Kepler's third law, of course there's a satellite named after Kepler too. So according to Kepler's third law, the orbital period T of 2 point masses orbiting each other in a circular or elliptic orbit is, right, I have no clue what that is. Let's read this again. According to Kepler's third law, there must be a few laws of planetary motion. Kepler's laws of planetary motion, right? How a planet moves, there should be. So out of all the laws, we're looking at the third law. What does the third law say? The squares of the orbital I could simply read it here too. Right. According to Kepler's third law, the orbital period T, this would be time, orbital period time of 2, it's called T, but the time of 2 point masses orbiting each other in a circular elliptic orbit. 2 point masses. What are 2 point masses now? Bye. Okay. 2 point masses of. Okay. I think we need to take Bard here. Bard.google.com. It's more fantastical. Hello Bard. Print please. What are 2 point masses in astronomy? Let's see. In astronomy, 2 point masses are two objects that are treated as having zero size and all of their mass concentrated by a single point. This is a simplification that is often used to make calculations easier, but it can still be a useful way to understand the gravitational interactions between these objects. The gravitational force between 2 point masses is given by the following equation: F equals g into m1 into m2 divided by r raised to 2. Right. Force gravity multiplied by mass 1 mass 2 is what? And then rotation maybe. Oh, they've written it. Okay. Are masses of the two objects पे कितना mass, how, what this thing's weight is. I don't know, it's astronomy, this has to be very precise, I can't guess it. F is the force between the two masses, yeah, the force between two masses. G is the gravitational constant, yeah, m1 and m2, m1 and m2, right. R is the distance between the two objects. Why is it R? Radius, I don't know why they chose R. The gravitational force between 2 point masses is always attractive, meaning that the two objects will be pulled towards each other. The strength of the force depends on the masses of the objects and the distance between them. 2 point masses are often used to model the gravitational interactions between stars, planets and other objects in spaces, because for many purposes it is a good approximation to treat those objects as having zero size. So 2 point masses are objects with zero size orbiting each other in a circular or elliptic orbit is. So the orbital period पे उनका time क्या आता है, right? So t equals 2 pi and then forgot what, square root of a raised to 3 and this character. I have no clue how to call this, so I'm not going to attempt to call it. Right, now this tells us what each of these characters are. A is the orbit's semi-major axis. Wow. Right. Semi-major axis. Another big word which I have no clue about. Come on. Select. Abe. Sorry. Copy. Explain to me what is semi-major. Semi-major astronomy is it describes the shape and size of an elliptical orbit. Right, so semi-major axis. What does a semi-major axis look like? Semi-major and semi-minor. Semi-major axis looks like this, semi-minor axis. I see. Okay. Is the orbit's semi-major axis. This I want to find out how to call this. Is this mu? This is mu. Okay, let's call it mu. This character. So mu is gm is the standard gravitational parameter, right? Maybe the force. G is the gravitational constant. M is the mass of the more massive body. Acha, so it's a multiplication. Oh, acha, gm. The constant multiplied with the mass of the more massive body. So out of the two it could be anything, right? Now we go to the function part. Return a new array that transforms the element's average altitude into their orbital periods in seconds. Whoa, I think I'm going to spend an entire day with this. This will be cool. Acha. Return a new array, right? We're supposed to return a new array that transforms the element's average altitude. नहीं पढ़ना चाहिए. Okay, हाँ यहाँ पे लिखा है सर. Literally सब लिख के दिया है उन्होंने. क्या यार? We have name and we have average altitude. Very good. Return a new array that transforms the elements' average altitude, which is this, transforms average altitude into their orbital periods in seconds. How? With what? The array will contain objects in the format name, average altitude. We can reuse this. सही है. हाँ. The values should be rounded to the nearest whole number, the body being orbited is Earth. Right. Yeah. Sputnik is orbiting Earth. The radius of the Earth is these kilometers, this many kilometers, and the GM value of Earth is this. Right. Now we know of the more massive bodies, so now we have M and the gravity. Oh, they've already given us the GM, so we have the mu character, mu's value. This is the mu's value. Cool. What is A again? Is the orbit's semi-major axis. Okay. They've already given us this, so we can reuse that. Right. Should have taken math. So 35873.553 will change from average altitude to orbital period, right? So average altitude will be swapped with orbital period, and we have ISS, International Space Station, not International Space Station. Then we have the Hubble telescope, then we have the moon, and it should return orbital period of all of them. It should change the orbital period of all of them. We can use map for this, or a for loop. I would prefer a for loop. Yeah, for loop would easily return, change the values. Right, but how do we do the math? Here is the Earth is right. They've given us the I think we have math.pi 2. So 2 multiplied by math.pi, then math.square root of a3 divided by this. Now a raised to 3 is what? What is A? Orbit's semi-major axis is average. Why is this VG alt? Shouldn't this be average? Yeah, that's why. Right. Oh yeah, first of all, let us print what we are seeing. That was the first yawn of the day, guys. Right, cons yawn of the day. Right. I need some hints as to how we're going to pull the calculation, how we can reach this number, and where we can put this. Will this be the value of A? Semi-major axis, highly doubted. Altitude and semi-major axis are two different things, or are they the same? Let's find out. क्या है? Kepler's third law. Tell me please. अबे अच्छा load हो रहा है. I like that drawing. Let's try to understand what the drawing is. Come on, dude. What's up with the internet? Open image, please. Good. Is the internet gone or what? You guys are there, right? Show me this image. Very good. Something up with CSR or JavaScript or what? Right. The square root of the orbital period of the cube semi-major axis. I see. If the sun and the planet. Its elliptical orbit is this. Now we can place the Earth here and we can place Kepler here. Why do we need the altitude? altitude. Come on. Where do we put the altitude? This is semi-major axis. What is axis? Let's find out first. Right. An imaginary line about which a body rotates. Noise. And it has been inherited from Cartesian coordinate system. Noise. Okay. Axis versus semi-major axis. Is there an equivalent term for average altitude, like say? Wait. So if I think someone also tried to figure this out. Semi-major axis is radius of Earth. So if we have a satellite in non-circular orbit, can't state a time independent altitude. We can only state the altitude at a given time. We can however state a constant value for the semi-major axis. I'm ignoring orbit perturbations here. Semi-major axis is in the essence perigee altitude, apogee altitude, and this. So there is a term specifically for mean orbital altitude. I'm not aware of any other term for this. Maybe not. Is semi-age. There is an alternate expression of the size of the orbit or the altitude of the satellite can be derived from the mean motion and eccentricity. What is the orbit altitude to geosynchronous orbits have a planet Earth, planet synchronous orbits have a semi-major axis of this. This works out an altitude of this. Right. We have the altitude. Maybe we can find out the semi-major axis using the altitude. With altitude. Orbit of a satellite calculator. Casio. Orbit altitude h, radius, they're doing the same thing. Orbital period, again this also uses math, and it will return the period, the time what we are looking for. Orbital altitude. So it found this is another way. Okay, go back. Semi-major axis calculator, orbit simulator. Okay, gravitysimulator.com. Nice. And objects semi-major axis can be computed from its orbital period. And the mass. Okay, so A is the semi-major axis of the object, B is the orbital period. Yeah, we know that now. We don't know the T, the orbital period. T will be stored in a variable. SMHD1, year, month, whatever. This is a cube root of PGM. Right. This is how you find the semi-major axis. Someone did all this math once, they must have went. Right. Wolfram Alpha. Don't they have an AI now for math? Computational intelligence, of course they do. find now available through ChatGPT Plus. Find semi-major axis from average Kepler's third law, harmonic law, associated equations. This is what it found. Time, I forgot what this sign is for. We'll look into this again. I'm going to take some help. Oh, before we get some help, let us write the formula at least. If we can. We already have two constants, right? What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to return this average alt and this. They've given us this array. Not like that. Let new object be arr dot allena perile semicolon alliya bus map. So you're mapping the array. Inside this you call a function to iterate through each array. Or we will also have to store each the average altitude value somewhere for calculation. Right, we're mapping it. Think. So we go through each item. We go to items. First object, which is average altitude. OBJ. Right. Right. Right, so this is solved now. Now we have to change this somewhere in another variable perhaps. we're not going to return a new name. Yeah, let me put this in a new line so that we understand this better. Whatever we are supposed to do should be done here. हम ये वैल्यू के साथ कुछ करने वाले हैं क्या, वो कोई आइडिया नहीं है. Orbital period, JS objects, math.py. Oh yeah, we need pi, don't we? Oh yeah, okay, let's try this. So हाँ ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, चलो. More to me, more power to me. एक मिनट, वो हर एक के साथ इटरेट करना है ना, मैप इसी के अंदर करना पड़ेगा. राइट. As long as it doesn't cause a problem, right? We're supposed to return t equals, which is this. T equals what? So what is name, average, alternate? I have no clue where we're going to use this. Let's write first. So 2 multiplied by math.py multiplied by, spacing is important, इसको एक और लाइन में रखेंगे. Square root of, so math, this is a square root, right? Yeah, math.sqrt. Nice. And this will be raised to the power of 3. ऐसे नहीं कुछ होगा ना, math object in JavaScript. Nice. Pi e Euler's square root of 2. I think if we write sqrt, अच्छा, sqrt, अबे square root, it's not a function. sqrt is सही है. Oh yeah, that isn't. But if we only want to make it square root of 2 is not a function. What? Square root of 1 by 2. Why? Okay, fine. जाते हैं, उस पे भी जाते हैं. नेचुरल लॉगरिथम स्क्वायर रूट हो गया. अभी मैथ स्क्वायर करना हो तो क्या करने का? ट्रंकेट साइन पावर, मैथ डॉट पावर x by y returns the value of x to the power of y, x to the power of 3. Math dot pow, pow to the power of 3. Math is not defined. Oh, come on. I see. Why? Okay. To the power of 3 divided by u. We didn't even use GM or earth radius yet. We have to do something. We have to convert average altitude to something before we. This is a gravitational constant. GM उन्होंने दे दिया है, सही है, right? So it started raining. Yay! Why is there another? There shouldn't be any brackets, right? GM math power. Oh, square root कर रहा है ना? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, obviously this is not what we are supposed to do. Math power, math square root in math round भी करेंगे, rounded value. The formula needed is this: method round to round up on to the next whole number as requested using method simulator to pass the first test but fail the second one. अच्छा, हाँ ठीक है. Let's round all this up. Sorry. Math dot round. Cool. जो भी वैल्यू आएगी उसको राउंड कर देगा. Round up. Wait, we'll know. Right. So far we orbital period. We have to learn more about this really. JS objects math.py. I used math.py. Objects, we are playing with objects here. We are JS math power. Yep, math power. Nice. Square root and round. Yep. Round was a good hint, thank you. Find out how to remove and add key to a JavaScript object. Yeah. This is the formula needed is this. Yeah. I mean, I can write the formula. Right, anyone can write it. The thing is, Sputnik's orbital period should be 86400. This is 6762. They are way off. This is incorrect math. Let's read this. Right, they stored that in another radius, didn't they? Okay. And it should return an array, shouldn't it? Yeah, we've managed to return an array. Okay, what are they doing? Let's read this. We have the GM, we have the Earth's radius, then you have 2 multiplied by math.py, right, and then you have a new array. Cool. So what does this do? Constant get orbit period. Right, function object, so it takes in an object. Oh, we're going to call this function, aren't we? It says C math.power earth radius plus object average alt and raise it to 3. Right. Okay. And then you round it off and then you create new object. Return object dot name. So return object dot name. Yeah, the for loop does the same thing as map really, get off period array element. Yeah. And return new array. You're pushing it, but yeah. Right. Yeah, and mapping creates a new array anyway, so I don't really need to push any of this, so thank you, but no thanks. Now this is something I did not know. You're supposed to add these two values, the radius of Earth and the average altitude. I will simply reuse Earth radius from here to here. Now we have 86400. 86400. It worked for Sputnik, but I don't know if it will work for the rest. It worked for the rest too. How could I have given myself that knowledge? उसको थोड़ा resize कर देते हैं. Right. I knew what I was doing. We never used orbital period, did we? Actually, what? Yeah, we never did. We only went through one iterable. And name was, name. I'm surprised that yeah, that's funny. Name not name works, right? Yeah, we didn't even need two arguments for it really. Then no brackets then. Bye. Is there some other impressive way? Again, bye. Someone used map just like me. Yay. Oh, they returned the map. They didn't even did this do this as an effort, right? हाँ ये भी कर सकते हैं. I like that. Instead of doing all of that, we simply ask it to return this. हो गया काम. Very cool. Return array.map and then name average already. I didn't even need these. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. I mean, I put all of it in one thing. Return the calculation of this. Okay. That was the fourth one. Third one was long. Third one was long. First three were very long. You could get rid of the temporary variable by just setting the orbital period before deleting average alt. Someone probably wrote another solution. They wrote it this way. Another solution. Someone has, yeah, they're all trying to do this. Not, I should also help. Oh, this was in 21. Someone wrote this in 21 by camperbot. Oh, it's almost like Discord. And if we go to the end, this probably, oh, these are all private accounts. Wiseman, huh? Advanced solution above is terrible. This was a breezer after last challenge, I thought. Yes, I agree. I did the same thing. I used variables as constants. And you multiply, yeah. Oh, you removed them, I see. You removed the constant values, but yeah. p.name, p. I used name, they used p.name, doesn't really matter. This is what I was looking for. Someone wrote this in 2017. Very cool. Works. And we are finished with intermediate algorithm scripting, guys. Wow. Just wow, man. Hasta la vista challenge. Hasta la vista, baby. Yeah, that's a famous line from our famous Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, that's him. He is an amazing actor. Okay. Anyway, so we are done with this. We go to the next challenge. That means now we finish with we finish JavaScript algorithms. Woo! Yes, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, projects. Now we are going to work on projects. I can see we have 5 projects with us, so we'll play with those 5 projects and work on it. Until then, guys, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back with some coffee. I need some coffee to read and go through all of this, and I'll also play a recap. You know what, maybe I can end this section right here and we can create a dedicated section for projects themselves. That does look like a good idea, because I think each project will probably take us an entire day, because I'll be referring to so many things. For each project, for each step, really. No problem, we'll get there. But until then, see ya, guys. Ciao. I will see you guys in the next live video. Until then, enjoy. Thank you and have a good day.